Hey y'all, how you doing? I did it again. Wall Decor here with Wilhelmina here with Wall Decor by Faye. You can tell I haven't done this in a hot minute. Welcome to the Winter Design Marathon, and we just got finished watching Shay with Wreath Happy Mom. She did a beautiful job. That was a nice wreath. Okay, excuse me. I don't want to hear my voice. Today we're going to make a Santa sweet shop. I have yet to make a sweet Christmas wreath all season. In fact, I got almost everything here last season to make it and didn't. So I was determined that this is my chance to make it this year. Hello, Peggy. How you doing? I want to thank y'all for joining our marathon. This is a great opportunity for some new people to meet some new people. So, when I was sitting here prepping while Shay was on, I was trying to fit everything. I'm like, I hope this all fits once the mesh is in. So we'll see. And this little girl, I believe I got her from Doors Wood Designs last year. So these are my two main items going to go in the wreath. And I've got a bunch of mesh. Of course, I've got the good old Walmart flocked. Why, thank you, Steve Porter. A flocked wreath. And I've got a bunch of I guess this is snowball mesh. So I've got the natural to go with the gingerbread girl, and of course pink. Because if you can't tell, pink is my favorite color. I've got some turquoise and some white. And I know I probably cut way too much because I want to be able to see some of the flocking with it. But I got a little carried away because I'm like, this is my shot. Hi, Rachel. How are you? And I have a ton of, look at this, pretty candy to go in. Aren't those cool? Oh, I've only got one of these, I think. I don't know. That's all I could find this morning. I've got these that'll go perfect with the sign. I'm going to put her somewhere where she will be safe. I've got these that look, they go perfect with all the little candies on the bottom of the sign. Hey, Don. So that'll be fun. They're heavy, though. These are heavy. They got those little beads on it. But they're really cool. And, of course, I've got some marshmallows and little balls. Just little balls. And I've got some big lollies and big marshmallows. And also some snowflakes. So we'll see how big this week gets and how much we can add. So let's get started. How's everyone's Saturday going? Y'all, I heard there's some really good, oh, I forgot to show you my ribbons. So I've got these two together and these two together. I had so many choices. It was really hard to decide. And just in case there's room for a bow, I've got, these ribbons to add to it too. So we shall see. I plan on making a gargantua wreath, I guess. I don't know. I don't want this to go on my glue gun. That would be sad. So how's everyone doing? Like I was saying, I heard there's some really good college football games on today. Hello, Tracy. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I know the sign's adorable. I got the sign from the Wreath shop. I got two of them because I was not going to be without this year. So we're just going to do the woodland ruffle method. I'll put my mesh on the floor because y'all know how it is. Your table gets way loaded. And I'm just going to put these in sporadically. I'm going to try not to have any rhyme or reason, but I always end up doing some sort of pattern or something. That's okay. But I want to really be able to see the pretty flocked base. So we'll see. I didn't get a whole lot of flocked bases this year. So I've been using a lot of the I've been using a lot of the green evergreen bases, and then I bought a garland of the flocking and cut that up, and I would stick it in to kind of hello Faith, to kind of you know, make it look like it's a flocked wreath base. But I didn't get that many this year. I only bought like 5 or 6. I still had some left over from last season. But you know, you can use them all year long, because in fact in my shop I have a Mother's Day wreath that's made on a flocked base, so you never know. And I think it was with one of Dora's little embellishments as well. So see this? You can still see the flocking through that's cool. So I'm just going around the outer. I know I cut way too much, but that's okay. You know, I'll use it. I have another sign exactly the same, so I'll use it again. Maybe I'll make it on one of the flat wreaths or something. Who knows? Who knows? So is everybody having a good fourth quarter this year? I've been working really hard on getting my website started. I'm going to be on Shopify. I've got it going now, but I haven't loaded it up yet. As if anybody who follows me knows that on the 18th of December, we're going to get our puppy Noelle. We're getting a little chocolate lab, and she's got blue eyes. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. In fact, we're going to go see her this afternoon after my live at around 4 o'clock. But anyway, so I wanted to get all that stuff started. I mean, all this wreaths and stuff finished for Christmas before the 18th, so that I could then I'll just sit there and load up my Shopify, my Shopify shop, my website. Hello, Anne. That's good. Yep, you got to work when you can, don't you? No days off. And now I'll put a white one in. I wanted to try to get all the colors. And I love snowball mesh, so I have tons of colors of snowball mesh. So, you know, when you have your favorites. And we've just moved in September, so I'm still trying to find things. I notice when I'm working and looking for certain things that you have. You know, I know y'all know what I mean. I just can't find everything that I know that I have. But, you know, we're going to be here for a hot minute, so... Yeah, well, I'll find it. I'll come across it when I really need it, I guess. I know, you can't find them anywhere. And I haven't even I've only made one trip to Carolina Pottery this season, Dawn, which for Christmas, I usually go a lot. But it seems like it has flown faster this year than even last. I don't know. Maybe because we can be out and about and do our things that we couldn't do last year. But it just seems like there's never, ever enough hours in the day, doesn't it? Between keeping the house running and all that stuff. Yeah. Keep you out of trouble, right? I know I haven't even been shopping that much. I did end up going to Hobby Lobby the other day on Monday, I think it was, and I just wanted to find one of their silver wreath bases for a custom order that I have to do, but I couldn't find it. But I think I have one in my garage. I don't know, so I have to. I'm kind of afraid to go in the garage and look. But yeah, we're just adding around the outer edge. I'm going to fill up the inner edge too, which I'm trying to make it so you can still see quite a bit. But I want to have enough room to put both the sign and the gingerbread girl in there. I must have changed my mind 100 times this week deciding what to make. Because anybody who's seen my lives before, you know, I don't usually do a live in an hour. Mine are a bit longer. So when Dawn came and said, can you fill up an hour and a half? I'm like, have you seen one of my lives? Not a problem. This morning, thinking about Carolina pottery. Me too. I'm trying to see if I can finish it. Oh, that. I'm jelly. Yeah, because I know once the 18th gets here. Well, Noelle is already paper trained, which is good. So I'm trying to think, and we have hardwood floors throughout the house, only except upstairs in the master bedroom, and my storage room doesn't have hardwood floors. They have carpet. But we started buying some stuff for her. We got her a bed already, and a food and water bowl, and a couple of little toys. Today we're going to go look for like one of those child gates, so that if we need to put it up for the stairs or any reason, you know, probably the stairs at night since she's so little. Yeah, we're really loving the new house. I baked cookies the other day, so it finally really felt like home. You know how when you bake cookies in your house, it feels like home, and it smelled so good in here. They were oatmeal cookies with white chocolate chips and craisins and walnuts. So they were really good. But yeah, it's starting to really feel like home, and especially now with decorating for Christmas and everything. You know how, y'all know how it goes. So these will be all the colors in the sign. I think this should turn out really cool. I need to fill up my shop with some more Christmas. I have been selling in a store, a restaurant, and a farmer's market, but I think now with Shopify I'm going to start. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that. It's getting a little hard to keep track of where everything is. You know what I mean? And especially if you have it in a shop and listed on Etsy too, and like you only have the one. And that's only happened to me once, where it's sold in the shop and on Etsy the same day. I was calling up the shop. I'm like, this just sold on Etsy. Can you put it aside for me? She's like, it just sold. I kind of freaked out. It was a good thing. Hi, Joy. It was a good thing. Hello, Brenda, that we make signs. So, so I appreciate all y'all spending some Saturday with us. I do, like I was saying, I do have an Etsy shop, Wall Decor by Faye, and we do sell, if you're new to my page, we do sell, I'm going to have to bake some more cookies. I have some peanut butter cookie mix with some chocolate chips. I think I might force myself to make those once we get home from checking out the puppy. But, no, I lost my train of thought. Y'all ever do that? A squirrel? Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, if you're new to my page, I do have a YouTube channel, so if you could check out my YouTube channel and subscribe, that would be great as well. And I'm in all the places. I have, like I said, an Etsy shop. We do sell supplies. I have still some Christmas supplies. I've started buying some designer ribbons. So I have some D. Steven and some Silk ribbons in. So if y'all want some pretty pretties, yes. Hello, Susan. How you doing? Thanks for coming in, y'all. I appreciate you spending part of your Saturday with us. This is going to be an awesome marathon. Y'all, there's a lot of awesome designers here. Following me is going to be Tracy Thorne. I hope I say the rest part of her last name correctly. Rojuki. I'm not sure, but her page is Village Wreaths and the letter N Decor. So that's going to be who's coming up next, y'all. We got a full day. So while you're doing your things, just remember to come on and say hey and follow and all that fun stuff. So we've done the outside, and you can still see, you know, plenty of the flocking, so it's not too bad. I just want to make sure that I make this big enough to hold the big pieces that are fixing to go in. I don't know if y'all are into the college football, but I guess my husband, Steve, keeps saying that there's some really good games coming on later today, too. So that'll keep your husbands occupied, though, won't it? At least, if you know, if you don't watch too. But I'm not much of a football watcher, so I just as soon watch lives if I'm staying home. Yeah, I had a bunch of orders to fill this morning for signs and stuff. So I was trying to get that all done and off to the post office before the post office closes. And the live started. So Steve was a doll and brought everything to the post office for me. So I have all that out of the way till at least Monday. And it's been nice and pretty out here. A little nippy. We had warm weather this week, like in the 70s. Hello, Melody. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah, we were warm. Were you warm in North Carolina too, Dawn? And now we're supposed to start getting a little cold again, which I like the cold this time of year. Because like we had a nice cold Thanksgiving day. It was lovely. And I didn't have to cook or clean. I went to my friend's ex's house. He went to culinary school and he cooked everything, dessert, and cleaned up too. So I didn't have to do anything. It was a wonderful, fabulous day. I haven't done that in a long time. So we're just doing the woodland ruffle. Seems like that's all I do lately. I haven't done the poof method in a long time. But after watching Shay on her last wreath, I really want to. Hawaii's getting up to... What? Hawaii's getting snow? Well, that's just wrong. What's all that about? Have they gotten snow before? I might be naive, but I didn't know Hawaii got snow. I really didn't. I heard blizzard. And not the DQ kind. Wow, that's amazing. I did not know Hawaii did that. Wow. I would be bummed if I bought a trip to Hawaii for the holidays to get some sunshine and a tan and they had a blizzard. I would be really kind of bummed. Oh my gosh, I have to get a bigger table. It's been so long since I've been live. I swear I plan and I plan and I plan to. And then before I know it, the day is over and I'm beat. And I'm like, God, the last thing I feel like doing is going live. But I really should start doing it more often. I don't know. I think just getting settled in and used to everything. It's just all new. It seems like everything's going on all of a sudden. Like, yeah. You know, with getting the new house and now a dog. We haven't had a dog in like 3.5 years. But that's the longest I've gone without a dog. Well, other than being grandparents to Bailey. Oh, my husband must be eating, so Bailey's out with him. Otherwise, Bailey will lay here on the floor next to me. So, almost done with the mesh, y'all. Sound like I said mess, didn't it? With the big hot mess. Just had a customer pick up an order this morning. So, my one and only green monster wreath. But he's a regular that has bought for me for the last, this is the 4th year, so that's always nice. When you have, regulars that appreciate your work, it's cool. Start to feel like a real business, you know what I mean? Isn't he adorable? He's a retired show dog. He's a wire-haired fox terrier. And he's 9 years old. But y'all, you would never in a million years think he is 9 years old. He bounces, and literally bounces around like a puppy. He does. He literally bounces. It's the funniest thing. I've never known a dog to be able to do that. But apparently, because my friend Gail, she rescues them, her and her ex. And so he's got like three of them, and they all do the same thing. Well, they have one senior that doesn't, but yeah, they bounce. Yeah, Bailey was in the Westminster dog shows and came in second. Yes. So he prances when he walks. It's really fun. He's a fun dog. So we're hoping that him and Noelle get along well, which I'm sure they will. Because we weren't allowed to bring him over to meet her at the owner's house. So we will see. It's coming up quick, y'all. It's been different being without a dog. You don't have the responsibilities that, you dog owners know. But I think it'll feel good to, have a puppa in the house again. It's been so long. And it's weird, too, when you do craft shows. I don't know if y'all do craft shows, but, a little dog you could stick in your purse or your craft bag and bring him with you. But not a big dog. A wiener lab. A wiener lab? This may be the week. A wiener lab? I've never heard of a wiener lab. I did, like 100 years ago, back in the late 80s, had her name was Katie. She was a wiener dog and German Shepherd mix. So she had the body of a wiener dog, but the coloring of a German Shepherd. It's quite the sight. I think I'm going to put her blue in here. Yeah. It was funny. But she was the smartest dog. She was so smart. I don't know whatever happened to her. Broke up and he took the dog. You know how that goes. So I can't wait to start putting the goodies in here. Like I said, Tracy Thorne. I'm not going to try to say the rest of her last name. But her Village Wreaths and the letter N Decor is up next after me. Hopefully I'll finish this in time. But you know how I am. My lives are usually kind of long. Ooh, this is looking good. I'm going to put a white one here, and I think we're going to be done with the mesh. I've already cut the ribbon tails, so we'll put those in. Or should I put I think I'll put the sign and that stuff in first. No, Lavon's not here today. She couldn't make it. So I'm Wilhelmina with Wall Decor by Faye. Or is Lavon on the live? That could have been. Oh, there's Lavon. My bad. Hi, Lavon. How are you doing? No. Your poor shoulder. I couldn't even imagine. Have mercy. But yeah, I'm so excited because the last time I saw Noelle, it was last Sunday. And she had grown so much. You know, when they're that little, they grow all the time. Sorry about the confusion. It was my confusion. There we go. So this is the base we got going on. It's pretty big. Here we go. Let me see. I'm going to hold it up so I can see it in the camera. That looks pretty cool. So let us... I'm going to take my slippers off so I don't step on anything. I'm covered in snow and glitter and all the goodies. So I think I'm going to put the sign in first. I already put the 4 pipe cleaners on the back. And unlike Shay, I don't do power tools. No, I don't trust myself or the power tool for that matter. So no power tools here. Never been a power tool kind of gal, so maybe I'll try. Well, I did tell Steve that I would like a pink drill if they make them. So we'll see. I guess we'll see if Santa brings it or not. I'm going to place this right down here. I want to put it in the corner. So this is my favorite part, is putting the sign on. I wasn't sure how much mesh I was going to put in. And I put in a lot more than I thought I would. But, so I didn't know how much ribbon to... They make pink? Uh-oh. Who does, Susan? Which company? So I can tell Steve. So I'll have plenty to make another wreath, I bet. Which is fine. I'll list multiples, right? On Amazon. Okay, cool. I will let Steve know. And then I got to learn to use it and not drill a hole in my hand or something. I'm just kind of securing this a little loose. Well, not loose, but not looping it around so many times. Just so that, just so I can move, you know, if I need to move it. Boy, this English language is difficult today. I think it's because it's been so long since I've gone live. I don't just usually sit there and chat. Well, yeah, I do. That's a fib. I talk all the time. In fact, I was getting my nails done yesterday. I kind of felt sorry for Angie. I was just talking up a storm. You'd swear you would think I hadn't talked to another human in months. I was just going on and on. Maybe it's just different with your nail girl. I don't know. But did y'all see my post earlier? I got a little reindeer painted on one of the nails, and then like his antlers on the other nail. And it's got a little ornament hanging from it. It's so cute. I saw it on Pinterest. Do y'all do that? I go on Pinterest to get like nail ideas and all sorts of ideas for stuff. And this one's gonna, I think I'm gonna have to put something in the middle here to hold that like that. So what I'm going to do is grab a zip tie, probably a couple of zip ties, and put it just across the, ooh, maybe I'll make it oval. That's what it might give me more room for the gingerbread girl. So I'm just going to take a couple of zip ties and hook them together. See if I can get it right the first time. Oh, there we go. And then we're gonna hook it. See, we're winging it with Willie again. Hello, Kathy. How are you? Steve, your friend Kathy's on. Yeah. So we're gonna flip this over. See, there's the thing, and I'm going to cut some of this first because it bugs me. I'm going to take this and squish it together and make it an oval. I think that'll give me more room. Well, I might even need 3. Maybe I should squish it first. And go on in here. This will really tighten it. But then I'll have something to, okay. I'm going to do it. Another one. We're going to do 3, y'all. And that way I'll have somewhere to tie the last tie of the sign onto. There we go. And it helps keep it oval if I don't get it up there too high, which it wants to do. So I'm just going to pull. There we go. I'm trying to hook it onto one of these pine tines. There we go. There we go. So now it'll keep it oval and it'll serve dual purposes. Hello, Jean Bunker. How are you? Okay. There we go. So now I can tie this up to here on the zip tie. And once her little head's on there, you won't see the zip tie. If I can get around here. There we go. That way, it'll be nice and secure. The sign won't budge. I'll tighten up the bottom ones later. There we go. Now that's on here nice and secure. Here's her little bean. I'm wondering, I think I'm gonna put the ribbon ties on first before I put her head on. That didn't sound right, did it? So I paired these 2 up together. And I had to get some bling in there. And since it's got these little blue dots, I figured I would use this with the candies. Thank you. Yeah, the sign I got from the Wreath shop. Like I think back in September. So she might be have it on sale. Who knows? Yeah, the wreath attachment she is from, I believe, because I got her last year, is from Doors Wood Design. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you'd think I'd never made a wreath before, right? So we're just putting, these are cut at 13 inches and dovetailed. So I'm just going to put them in around the bottom first. Thank you, Melody. I hope so. I haven't made I didn't make a candy one last year or this year yet. So this is the first one. I was determined to make one. So we're making it today. And I had another, I was going to make a lot more rustic. I don't know, I've gotten rustic this year. I did Khalid's Woodland Christmas workshop. And it got me totally into the rustic sort of mode. So my decorations out in the house are rustic. They're in the browns and golds and burgundies and dark greens, you know. And we have a flock tree. And I have like furry balls on the tree too. But then y'all, I don't know if you saw my post about my fireplace. So I've got both white and black buffalo plaid and the red and black buffalo plaid in the living room. And I have a little nook next to the fireplace where I put one of my arrangements, and it's a gingerbread girl. You know, with candy all around it. So that little nook is going to be like my traditional Santa and Mrs. Claus and Candyland right next to the buffalo plaids. Oh, it's kind of a mishmash. I couldn't decide this year. I had the worst time trying to decide how to decorate. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. But then I had all these ornaments that I bought and hadn't used. So I'm like, you know what? I'll use it in my tree. And, well, I think how the whole thing started was I went to Cracker Barrel and I got some, I call it furry. Hello, Vince. I'm good. How are you? Stockings, right? So then I'm kind of matchy person. So I got the fuzzy Christmas tree skirt too. And so that's what it kind of looked like, a snowy cabin, if that makes any sense. So, it does now that I've decorated, but I honestly didn't know where I was going this year. Just didn't know. So it all turned out. And I have left buffalo plaid in the kitchen too. So, yeah. I went, and I'm really not like a mountain cabin-y kind of person, but that's what the house feels like. Because my mom, when she was alive, she collected like wild animal pieces. Like she has little sisal squirrels, little white ones, and so I have those on my hall tree. And she had all these deer that she put around her fireplace. They're like ceramic or resin or whatever you call it. And so I have one of her deer, and I have that on my sofa table that I got a fur runner for it. So I don't know. It just went kind of log cabin-y, forest animals. Oh. How cool. So then he'll come home to a decorated house. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Just come home to a decorated house. I have a little pink tree on the landing of our staircase that I've got to decorate this evening. So it's going to be pink and it's going to be candy. So that you'll have that going upstairs. And then I bought one of those from Hobby Lobby. You know, they have those, remember those little ceramic trees, the Christmas trees with all the little light up bulbs on it. Well, they had, of course, when I went there Monday, they had them on sale. So I got a little one to put upstairs in my master bedroom on the dresser. So we'd have a little tree up there. I'm kind of leery. I don't know how Noelle's going to act with stuff around the floors. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much to have around the ground or whatever for her to get into any trouble. But see, all the colors are coming out. It's looking pretty pretty. Well, those of you that know me, I'm a very colorful person. If you can't tell. Give me some color, give me some color. Oh, you like that too? Well, y'all are creative, so I'm sure you are. The more color, the better. Y'all, I'm so excited to go see Noelle and see how big she's gotten. There was 10 puppies. Mama had 10 puppies. And but she had kind of a hard time after the births. You know, I guess kind of a postpartum for dogs. And so they're not going to breed her again. She's the woman who owns the mama doggie's name is Glory. And so they're not going to breed Glory again. And the owner's a nice woman. Very nice woman. So it's just been a very nice experience, which is always good. So they had black labs, chocolate labs, and yellow labs, you know, for sale. And Noelle just kind of, when Steve picked her up, she went and grabbed from my nose. So we knew it was, she picked us. We knew she was ours. Y'all know how that goes. Because I've been waiting for God to put a dog in our house. And I think she was worth the wait, y'all. She's so cute. The chocolate lab with the blue eyes. Are you kidding me? And Noelle, the owner, her girlfriend was over when we went to go see Noelle the first time, and her middle name was Noelle, so they were just calling the dog Noelle. And we decided not to change it. We just thought that was perfect for this time of year, and it just seemed to fit her, so we kept it. It all just seemed to fall into place. Love when that happens. So hopefully now that this is a little more oval, we'll have a little more room. Because while Shay was on, I'm like, well, maybe I should see if this is going to fit. Because I was just like, oh yeah, I want to put this in there and that in there and this in there. And she is beautiful. Thank you, Susan. I think so too. She's just a doll. And she's got a really good personality. She, the boys try to pick on her, but she gives it right back. So she's not a little wimp, which is good because, you know, if she's here with Bailey, she's going to have to hold her own. I think I hear Bailey. Yeah, I do too. All these colors are so pretty together. I think I'll put this under the white. Right here in the corner because it'll stick out. Some of these little pine tines are really small, so just kind of trying to shove it in there and twist them down so that it'll stay. Yeah, and if any of y'all are new and haven't checked out my YouTube channel, well, please do subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so it'll be easier for me to go live without. I could get that restream, I guess it is, but if I do too much at once and get all flustered, I won't do anything. So I have to eat the elephant one bite at a time. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing. I'm really kind of nervous about this Shopify, but time for me to put on my big girl pants and suck it up. I don't know if I cut enough ribbon. I thought maybe I'd cut too much, but I'm going to see where I'm going to put her head, so maybe I won't have to put any ribbon under there. But I like when ribbon peeks out from everywhere, so I think I'm just gonna put it down anyway. If I have to cut more, I'll cut more. Do you know how much time I have left, just so I don't run over? I have a clock to put up in my room, but I haven't done so yet. Some of these are just a little too long. I use the perfect tails, but I always seem to have one or two that are longer than the rest. Do y'all do TikTok? I do a little bit of TikTok, but I don't really understand it all that well. Thanks, Susan. Oh, okay. I got time. Oh, I hear Bailey over there, I think. Yeah, I'm loving the colors. I just love pink. And everything goes with pink, it seems. Lost my train of thought again, y'all. Yeah, the Shopify. Oh yeah, and TikTok. Anybody doing TikTok? One of my coaches said TikTok was bringing 70% of traffic to Etsy. So it's given Pinterest a run for its money. Y'all, so if you haven't tried TikTok, I'm not sure. I'm finally starting to get followers, but it's taken me a hot minute. I just don't know if I just put like 15-second, maybe 30-second videos on of my finished product. I don't go on there and do all sorts of silly stuff or anything. Yes, I am having so much fun decorating it, y'all. And it's bigger than the previous houses we used to live in. So I'm going, oh, darn, I gotta go shopping and buy more stuff. But it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And we have a fireplace, so I get a decorated fireplace. So all my classes that I've been taking are paying off. And then I can take pictures of them so I can show people. Because that's my long-term goal is to do installs for people for the holidays, for all the holidays. So it's fun, fun, fun. You haven't done TikTok yet? Yeah, I don't do it like, look at that's a wonky one. Crazy stuff or anything. You gotta check out Terry Lynn Marshall though. Oh my gosh, her TikTok videos are hilarious. She is so funny. She's got the best sense of humor, y'all. Seriously, she's got the best sense of humor. Okay. Well, it looks like I cut just enough to go around. And don't forget our next person coming up is Tracy Thorne with Village Wreaths and Decor. She'll be next up. And there's we could pick our own themes. So who knows what's coming up next, y'all. So this is what we've got going so far. I think it's turning out pretty cool. I hope my things are holding up good. I think I'm going to heighten the sign a little more, so I'm going to unhook it from the zip tie and tighten it a little more just to bring it a little higher. There we go. And then I can, thanks Georgie, and then I can take one of the pine tines from the back and put it around the zip ties too, to cover it up so they don't see it from the back. Thanks, Shanti. Thank you. So I have a pine tine. I don't know if you can see right here. So I'm going to kind of twist it around the zip tie, just so it covers it up a little bit from the back. I got to take a drink because... Thanks, Kathy. Thanks. Have y'all tried this sparkling ice water? It's really good. And they have holiday flavors. This is apple cider. It's so good. And there's no sugar in it. It's really good. I like it. They have some good flavors. Okay. So now, here's our little girl. She doesn't have anything in the back to attach with. So I'm going to see where I want to attach her. And then I have my little beadsmith here. And that's going to poke a hole in it so I can put this pipe cleaner through. My comments keep going away. That's why I keep smacking my phone, y'all. See, I don't know if, I think I might put a ribbon tail right here. We'll see. Just to get, because there's a little bald spot right there. And we don't want a bald spot on our wreath. So see, oh, see, making it oval like really helped. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. So this is how she's going to lay, like that. And then, if I want to, I could put a bow here. But I don't want stuff hanging over it. So I'm going to see what I've got going on. We might make a bow. So I'm going to take, I want to attach her right here. I think I'm going to attach her up here and down here because right in the middle was this. And I don't want this to have to go, you know, around through the mesh and all that stuff. So I'm going to attach her right up here. I'm going to have to get another pipe cleaner. I think my thingy is getting dull. So I have to get a new, see so how it goes right through, nice and easy, right? And then I'm going to twist this around and then put a dab of glue on there so the material won't rip. And we'll just fasten this around like this. I'm going to get another pipe cleaner. And do the same thing right down here. Right about here. And all you do is pick up the slack right there. And just poke it right on through. There we go. I might just put like the simplest bow up there. Thinking maybe I'm sitting here looking at my ribbon and it's screaming at me, make a bow, make a bow. So I put a little dab of glue and I'm going to set this to the side and let it dry for a second. Just so it stays still and the material doesn't tear. Okay, so I'm just going to let this sit to the sides for a second and dry. So I'm thinking, yeah, here we go, thinking and getting in trouble again. But I think I'm going to make like the simplest little bow. This has snowflakes on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little glittery snowflakes on there. And I figure I love, love, love this. I have this in black too, y'all. Yes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and follow my Facebook page. My Facebook page followers and stay standing. Well, that's my own fault because I haven't been going live very much. But especially with a new puppy, I will be going live a lot. I'm going to get out my handy dandy easy bow maker because that's what I've always used. And I have a little touch of arthritis, so I'm not too hot at hand bows, so instead of stressing myself out. Thank you, thank you. I have these new scissors. These cut like, oh, they're so wonderful. So when I have my big 4-inch ribbon, it's really, this is fair silk, so you know how this ribbon is. I'm going to try just like a single set of loops right up here. And then I think maybe put this on top. Which do y'all think? The glitter. Hearts for the glitter, thumbs up for the burlap with the chenille trim. What do y'all think? I'm not gonna make the tails too long because I don't want it to cover up that adorable sign. So we've got hearts. Hearts for the glitter. So y'all want the glitter on there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to make this really... You know what? I might even make it a funky bow. Ooh, that's what I think I'm going to do is make it a funky bow. Just with 2 ribbons on it. Yeah, so I'm just going to make the loops like 5.5 inches. I think I got that from Dawn. On one of her lives, she said she liked 5.5 inches better than 6. So I tried it, and you know what? I really do too. I either do 5 or 5.5. Because 6, it just starts to get a little wonky, especially with thinner ribbons. See this fair silk stuff, y'all, is insane. It's so wonderful. It holds so good. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the white will look good. So I'm gonna, okay. How cute is that? But you know, now I'm kind of wondering if I want to do a funky bow or not. Because this just might look cute. No, I'm gonna do funky. And I think this is why I don't do lives a lot, y'all. Because I just sit there and go back and forth with myself. I know I can't be the only one that does. Okay. So I had this in black and white too, and I used it for Halloween. It was so cute. A little candy corn wreath. These months, even though we've been doing Christmas since like July and August, if not sooner, it still seems like the season has just flown by. Is that just me, or it makes a difference? Thanks. Yeah, it is fabulous ribbon. I think I got it. Oh, I did get it from Ribbon to Bows. You know, when you just want to buy a couple of rolls. Well, you say you just want to buy a couple of rolls. Oh, that looks cute. And then you end up buying too many. I'm not going to put a number. So now I'll do another loop. I'm just doing these loops a little bit smaller. Okay, wait. What did I do wrong? Oh, this has got to go up here. There we go. I'm like, wait, something's wrong. See, now this ribbon isn't even close to as stiff as the pink fair silk. So really gotta try to work with it. There we go. Okay, this will be a cute little bow, I think. We'll see. Oh, that's unfortunate. Kind of snag cut there. A little snaggletooth. Yeah, the silver ones were my really good scissors until I just started using them on everything, y'all. Which is not the good thing to do. And this pin does not want to go in. I think I got this ribbon from, I want to say either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. They had some really cute ribbon, y'all, that you didn't, and it was like $6.99 a roll, so $7. And it's 10 yards. So, yeah, I was surprised. Went shopping for some gnomes and come home with a big old bag full of ribbon. Because I just needed more ribbon. Have mercy. So I'm going to take a zip tie and then some ribbon. I mean some wire. And my zip ties are all wonky from sitting in that little tube forever. But I always buy zip ties if we ever go to Harbor Freight or anything. Even if I don't need them, because you just never know. Oh, that's going to be cute. Okay, so let's get some wire. I'm going to get my sturdy. They say this is 22 gauge, but I think it's thicker because this is really thick wire. But I'm going to use this. And these nippers are awesome. They're Craftsman, 12 bucks. Best nippers I've ever had. People are spending like $60, but these were just great. These were awesome. They even cut my big picks. I cut them down earlier. Because I have them in those 5-gallon buckets, you know, from like Lowe's and Home Depot. And you know how the stems get all caught up on each other? So I was getting frustrated, so I just sat there cutting the ends of the stems off. Because it was frustrating me. Not all of them, but yeah. So I think this might be cute. If not, I'll put it in something else. We will see. But I'm going to put her head on first, because she'll be dry by the time we're done with this bow. I just wanted to make something simple. Because it kind of goes with her hat, too. If you noticed her little hat. It's polka dotted. Pink with white polka dots. I'm getting closed in over here. Okay. Trying to stay organized. Okay. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, I just got it done the other day. So it's a little dark pink, but it fades pretty quickly. But then I like the color that it fades to also. So I'm going to dovetail these right quick. Yes, I got these scissors from Ferris Silk. So if you're all looking for some good scissors, Ferris Silk's got some really nice ones. And they weren't very expensive, like $30. So. I might end up cutting the tails on the pink shorter, so we'll see. Alrighty, I haven't been making mesh very much this season. I've been making a lot more grapevines and others. I've been using a lot more florals. So it feels good to get back to my roots of the big old juicy mesh wreaths. What am I hooked onto? Okay. I'm going to go over to the puppy's house covered in glitter and flocking. Okay. Oh, y'all, I started doing Pilates. Any of y'all do Pilates? Because I was in physical therapy for my knees and finished it again. I've been doing it since like 2007 or 3 or 7. I think 7. And so my sessions finished again. You know, TRICARE only gives you a certain amount of sessions. So right before I was to finish my physical therapy, I was offered a free Pilates class and loved it. And there's like no like jump in or anything like that. So there's no, you know, stress on your joints or anything. So I had an evaluation last week and I'm going to take my first class on Wednesday. I'm kind of excited. So I do the regular gym and then we'll do Pilates too. Let's see if I just want to keep feeling young. You know what I mean? Well, and I had this fear of falling because that's how my mom passed away. She fell. And that's like my biggest fear now, the older I get. Plus, I've always been kind of clumsy. I've like broken my ankle twice falling off a curb. Yeah. Having a hard time getting this through. Okay, there we go. So now we'll get the top one in. That only took a hot minute. There we go. Look how cute. Should I put her on? I think should. I'm going to move this over and put her off to an angle. I don't like everything else straight up and down. And I have that bow coming. Well, we'll see. If I need to move it, I'll move it. Yep. Hence the winging it. Hence the winging it. Yep, coming up after me is Tracy Thorne with Village Wreaths and Thing and Decor. Excuse me, my bad. I wonder what she's gonna make. Okay, yeah, these seem a little long, but I'm gonna get this in here and see. Yeah, I'm going to cut these down, but we'll get it in first. Apparently I can't talk and do this at the same time. Okay. There we go. There we go. I just couldn't find the other wire. There we go. So I will be cutting this down because I don't want to cover up that sign at all. But see how it kind of goes with her hat? I thought that would be cute. And I just love this pink ribbon. I had to use it. Had to. So I'm going to cut down this tail. Oh, poop. That was a poopy cut. There we go. There we go. And then this one, I'm just going to kind of go like this. And let it do its thing for now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But look at this. I love it. Y'all, great choice on the ribbon. The white one on top. I think it's cute. And then we can stick like something in there. We'll find something to put in there, right? So now, look, this is what we got going on. What do y'all think? Look at all the pretty pink. It's looking cute. And this one will be available in my Etsy shop if anybody's interested. After I go see the puppy, I can list it. I'll take pictures if it's still nice outside. I got the perfect door. Don't you know, when we were looking at homes, I'm like, having to look for the perfect place to take pictures. Isn't that crazy? A friend of mine came over. She's like, you bought this house for your business, didn't you? And I said, well, yeah, basically. Just for storage and pictures and everything. But, you know, you got to think of all those things, right? Trying to move this around so it'll set a little better. I didn't like the way it was sitting. So So I'm just trying to move it around a bit. Now I'll find some pretties to put in. I think I need to put a ribbon here. It's bugging me. This naked spot's really bugging me, if you couldn't tell. And this mesh right there. So I gotta tighten this one spot a little bit. Because this one corner's sitting like way wonky up, so. There we go. There we go. So what I'm going to do is cut another set of tails. Just one, and stick it to a pipe cleaner. And then I can just stick it randomly to one of the rungs in the wreath. Doesn't have to be right on a pine tine or anything. You can just stick it randomly wherever you want. So that's what I'm going to do, just to fill in that spot. If I can get this. There we go. Pipe cleaner going, done. Okay. So I'm going to put her to the side for 1 second. I'm just going to cut a tail with this and this. Because right underneath it is the other set of ribbons. So I'm just going to cut this. So I hope y'all are enjoying this. My wreaths usually do take a hot minute. I have a centerpiece staring at me over there that I've halfway finished, and it's been sitting halfway finished for like 2 weeks now. There's no excuse. But you know when you want to work on something, right? Can you hear Bailey's collar? There he is. Hi, Bailey. So I'm just dovetailing. Here's Bailey. Hi. Yeah, I'm trapped in here. He's gone. And he's gone. So I cut this a little too long. That's okay. There we go. And then, so I'm going to grab another pipe cleaner. We'll take this down the middle. Just give this good old twist. And then I can put this wherever I want to in the wreath. Hi, baby. There we go. Because I don't want a bald spot. And then so see how it's kind of naked right here by the sign. I'm just going to go right in here wherever I can find a spot. I'm going to have to cut these down. I cut it way too long. But see how the other ribbons are down there? I'm just going to put this in there. Just wherever. Then attach it to one of the rungs back here. And that'll just fill in that bald spot right there. There we go. Just gotta, there we go. So I'll cut those down because they look like big long tails now. But I wanted to make sure they were long enough because I'm gonna suck it in there a little bit. See how it's going in? I don't know if y'all can see. But see, it can go, I'm pulling it in a little bit. So I'm going to cut this down just a skosh. There we go. I think that's good. I do believe it still might be a little long, but I can always cut it down. Now I'm going to start putting some stuff in. There we go. There we go. See that? Yeah, because that was bugging me. It still is. They're too long. Are y'all the same way, or is it just me? Am I really anal? Please tell me you're the same way. Thank you, Dina. Thank you, Dina. I've been looking forward to making a candy wreath, and I figured when I got more time that it was a sign that I could go ahead and give it a shot. So that's what we're doing. And I have tons of candies to choose from to put in here, so this will be available. I should make it the first thing in my Shopify store, right? Thanks, Susan. Okay, here we go. Now, I think I want to start with these just because of the lollies and stuff. So I'm going to tear this apart. There we go. I'm going to tear this apart. I'm going to tear this apart and cut it down a little bit. I don't like it sticking way out, but just enough to say, hey. Hi, Bailey. Hi. Hi, big boy. So we've got some pink lollies. Let's see what we're gonna do. I gotta stand up again. Y'all phrase drive me crazy, so sorry. Boy, it sounds like a lot of things drive me crazy, doesn't it? You know what? I think I want another channel there too. Oh my gosh. Tear this all the way apart so I can see what I'm gonna do. Bailey likes anything that sounds like paper, y'all. He will come a-running and quick. Oh my gosh, he's so quick. Especially like those little trash bags, you know? Be careful. If you're in the kitchen or whatever. I don't know if I want these all together. I don't want it to look too uniform. I'm going to give it a shot and see. So I'm just going to stick it up here under some stuff. And that does look cute. Okay. Well, together on that one was really good. So now I got another little bundle right here. Kind of separate them. You got to keep them separated. Showing my age now, y'all. I usually don't like lollies going downwards. Is anybody else like that too? Or is it just another one of my weird things? But let's see. Let us see. I'm just kind of sticking it in wherever I think it'll look cute and wherever it'll go in as well. Because I don't, I'm going to turn it around because I don't like things sticking out way far. I'm looking too weird. I like it coming out just enough so you know it's there. It's not sticking you in the eye. This lolly's not the best. There we go. That side's much better. This might be too close to one another. But then if I take this, am I good on time still, y'all? Because I know I can go. Once I get to stuffing, I get lost. Thanks, Dawn. I'm glad y'all like it. I'm going to give a different shape. I don't know. Just kind of playing with it. See, I'm thinking if I go like this with the lollies, then everywhere else I can go crazy with the other stuff. You know what I mean? Because I just don't like my lollies upside down. Just saying, I don't know. But I don't like that. That didn't look good. Maybe, oh, look, I'm thinking maybe down here. So it's kind of off to the side. So it goes like this instead. Oh, that looks better. I think that looks better. What do y'all think so far? Do you like that? What do you think? Give me some hearts if you think that looks a good beginning. Got about 10 minutes. Oh, okay. I knew it wouldn't take me long to get down there. Okay. So I've got, oh, you know, I have to put some of these in, y'all. Thanks, Shanti. Thank you. I have to put some of these in because they just go perfectly with the sign. So we're going to stick some of these in. Let's get this sticking. I'm just going to cut them off where I can. Yeah. Thanks so much, y'all. I appreciate it. And it's so good to have you in here saying hi and meeting some new people. So I'm going to cut off those for now. Do we have a green? Oh, we have a green one because I got a green one in the sign. So like I said, I'm kind of matchy. I might just cut this whole thing apart. And we'll see. I like to do this little twirly thing around the finger. And this is a pretty good wired little jobby right there. So we'll kind of stick some in randomly around so they're poking out. That's one good thing about these the flocked bases too. They will hold your stuff really well. Golly, brain fart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I'll go back and glue all it in later, but I just wanted to get some stuff going. This is really cute. It's turned out fabulous. See, that's the thing about going live. Then I get it done too. I don't stop and go tweedle around. You know what I mean? I have a tendency of doing that. I'll get squirreled and then stop making. And before you know it, it's sitting on my table for a day, a week. Who knows? But I like doing this little twirly thing. I really do. I'm just sticking these in wherever. I like where the lollies and the marshmallows are. You can really go crazy with this filler stuff. It's so much fun. So I don't want to put the green by the green. I want to put something in the middle of this bow though. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this off and glue it to the middle of the bow. There we go. Oh, that looks so cute. So then we got a little candy in there too. What do you think? What sounds like someone else you know? I have FOMO really bad, y'all. I feel like I'm missing out. But see, I like those. I brought some snowflakes too, just in case, but I don't know if I'm going to use them. I like these little lollies. These lollies are super cute. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, you can tell. I really am squirrely. So I've got like 20 projects going on all around the house. I'll get parts finished here and parts finished there. I'll put some more of these in. Just want them peeking out, you know, so everywhere you look, you'll see something going on. And with it twisted, you can go around these pine tines. I might put a different color there since the bow is like uber pink. Thank you. Steve just came in to tell me 5 minutes. I'm almost done, y'all. Then we got to go to Tracy Thorne's page, Village Wreath and Decor, and see what kind of cool stuff she's going to make, y'all. Fun, fun, fun. This is a fun-filled day. I'm loving it. I'm so glad y'all asked me to be part of this winter design marathon. It has been a lot of fun, and it's only just begun. So this will be, yeah, this is fun. Lots and lots of designers, and it continues tomorrow too. So once I'm home from church, I'll be on it. That's why I wanted to get seeing Nicole done this afternoon, so I could be a part of it tomorrow too. But I don't know if I need to. Well, if I add more, you'll see the posted wreath tomorrow. So if I do add more, you'll know. Which I probably will. Who knows? Who knows? But y'all, this is what I think is going to be the finished product. She's a big one. But she's a lot of fun. And I finally got to make my candy wreath. Woo-hoo. Yay. Yeah. That's my version of my candy wreath. Thanks so much. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate all you've done and all you're doing for all of us designers and the wreathing community and everything. It's a lot of fun. It's been great to get to know you and run into you at Carolina Pottery. Thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think she's cute too. I like her. Yay. Like I can't covering up Santa's name right there. Really, what are you getting? There's plastic down there, y'all. I gotta catch them. Yep. Okay, y'all have a blessed day. And be sure to check out, I got the paper right here. Be sure to check out Tracy with Village Wreaths and Decor. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you later. And I'll show some pictures of Noelle. Bye-bye.